The president's trade policies are taking a heavy toll on the labor market. The uncertainty caused by his on-again, off-again, up-again, down-again tariffs has employers cutting back dramatically on their hiring. They created just 73,000 jobs in July. Even worse, the numbers for May and June were revised downward today sharply. So, over 3 months, as the tariff wars escalated, the U.S. economy created only 106,000 jobs. The president himself created one job today at the Bureau of Labor Statistics. He ordered the firing of the head of the agency behind the bad jobs report, which also includes the unemployment rate ticking up to 4.2%. He accused Erika McEntarfer, without evidence, of cooking the books to help Kamala Harris before the election and to hurt him now.
Before the numbers that came out, I said, who is the person that does these numbers? And then they gave me stats about before the election. I had a similar problem. I mean, she gave out numbers that were so good for the Democrats. It was like unbelievable.
Ed O'Keefe is at the White House, but we begin right here with CBS News Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady. Kelly, you talked to one of the consumers of these numbers today.
I did. So the Federal Reserve looks at the jobs report when making decisions about interest rates. Today, we interviewed Beth Hammack, president and CEO of the Federal Reserve Bank of Cleveland. She's one of the people in the room for those discussions.
Many business owners over the last 6 months have paused hiring because of tariff uncertainty. That contributed to the weaker than expected jobs report.
When you look at the employment picture, May, June, and July, we added less than 100,000 jobs each month. Is that a trend?
It may be. It's an emerging trend. It's something we should be watching.
Beth Hammack says the economy is healthy on paper, just not for everyone.
We definitely hear about a two-speed economy. The top part of the income spectrum is doing incredibly well. At the bottom end of the spectrum, I hear individuals trading down. They go to the supermarket and they can't buy ground beef. They're buying hot dogs.
Are you worried about that growing inequality?
What I'm focused on is making sure that we have an economy that's working for all Americans. Inflation has been above our target for 4.5 years. And with the tariffs that are coming in, it may be likely that those prices continue to rise.
The Fed decided on Wednesday to leave interest rates unchanged because of persistent inflation. That was before this morning's challenging jobs report. The economy added 73,000 jobs last month, which was fewer than expected. May and June were revised downward by over 250,000.
I feel confident in the decision that we made at this most recent meeting.
What happens if you wait too long to cut rates?
If we wait too long to cut rates, that could mean that more people are losing their jobs than we'd like to see.
While the Federal Reserve is meant to be apolitical, President Trump has repeatedly pressured the chairman to cut interest rates.
The Federal Reserve has traditionally and is supposed to be independent from political pressures from the White House. How important is that independence?
Having that monetary independence really allows me to help set monetary policy in a way that we can support job growth and support stable prices.
Kelly, the Fed is such a mystery. It's great to hear from someone inside the Fed. Now let's talk about another government institution, the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Normally, we never talk about them when a jobs report comes out. The president wants to talk about the person totaling up the numbers. Why?
Yeah, so he does not trust these numbers. And I will note, context-wise, historically, markets, business leaders, financial institutions, they have looked at this institution that has been doing this for decades and trusted these. Now, he's taking issues with the revisions we mentioned. Look, revisions happen. The Bureau of Labor Statistics, they get more information over time, and they go back and they say, hey, well, actually, that was higher, this was lower. This was larger than normal of a revision.
Economists look at these jobs numbers and say, well, they're lower because companies are uncertain about tariffs. Remind us where we are in the tariffs story.
So we've got trade frameworks or deals with a number of our biggest trading partners, including the EU. But the biggest outstanding ones, China, Canada, and Mexico, we're all waiting for those three.
When these kick in on the 7th of August, who's going to pay?
Three possibilities. The companies in the countries that are sending goods to the U.S., they might lower their prices. The American companies that are buying those goods, they might absorb some of that cost. And they've been doing that, but they can't do that for much longer, probably, which means you and me might pay more. And the Yale Budget Lab said that that could go to the tune of $2,400 per household this year.
Kelly O'Grady. Thanks so much, Kelly.